Go live?
Yeah, you should went live.
Crazy. YouTube ain't ready for that. Ah, so this is where it's at. It's the Fort Worth Barber Supply. This detachable clipper is definitely one of my favorite clippers that I've gotten recently, and I got this from Fort Worth Barber Supply at a really good price. You guys can check it out, use the code Eddie10 and save some money. Question I get asked all the time though is it still necessary to use detachables? And in this case, when I'm getting really close to braids, I plan on doing a design and a fade. I'm gonna walk you through it, but I want to get this hair cut down to the 1.5 length as quickly as I possibly can. And there's just no machine that's going to do that with few passes as a bladed detachable. So with that being said, this guy right here is one of my favorite customers. I get to do so many designs on him. I think I've gotten better throughout the process. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm the greatest at doing designs. I'm clearly not, but I love doing them and I've gotten better as I've went on. And I'm definitely not artsy. I never was really good at drawing or anything like that. I've done this through trial and error, and if I can do it, you can do it too. The trimmer that I've chose to use today is the Saber trimmer. It's super quiet, it has 4 hours of runtime, and it puts laser-like lines in the hair, as you guys can see as I'm doing this lineup. So we teach the lineup through phase 5, but this is just about anchoring. As you see, I'm using my fingertips on the front of his forehead, and I'm making a nice straight line. I'm checking in the mirror, and I'm making sure that I create some symmetry. Before I do a design, a lot of times I do like to do the lineup first. It kind of sets me up with the perimeters of where I can work, where I can actually begin the design, and making sure that everything in the front is still gonna look good and proportionate. The only thing he requested today was that there was a star as part of the design, and I'm gonna show you guys a quick little trick to doing stars. As you see, I put 2 first taps in, I skip a little space. Now I'll put another tap in right here, and I'm gonna skip some space. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, skip that space. Now all I gotta do, as long as I keep skipping those spaces, is I'm gonna get a fairly proportionate star, and I just kind of like to put that in very soft. I don't try to like make it all perfect right away. I just kind of put it in real soft, and I can push those lines around a little bit afterwards. Now I'm gonna start kind of building off of that star and just looking for some cool stuff to do. So here's the principles that I try to live by when I'm doing a design. 1, I put the line in as skinny as I can make it at first. I don't worry about making it perfect. I just kind of put my outline in. I'll go back and I'll clean it up as needed. The second thing is I actually start cleaning it up when I'm thinking. I'm either adding to it or I'm trying to refine it. So when I need time to think, I'll just go back and I'll start refining some of the lines that I put in. On a normal day, I knock these out in like 15 minutes, maybe 25 minutes if I'm doing the haircut all together. So I need to get some speed and I need to cover some area, and I try to do my best to manage my time. Now, having a tool that really cuts about as close as the razor, sometimes I don't even have to use the razor in a lot of the spaces, and I could pretty much draw with this one as if it is a pencil. So it's pretty easy once you start looking at the grain patterns and you get a feel for what it's going to do. But again, small, thin lines at first, then you can go back and then you can refine them. So I'll start to kind of double up my star shape a little bit, and that'll help it pop out a little bit more. And little by little, I'll continue adding to it until we get to something we like. So now I'm gonna grab my Jeezy clipper, very easy to blend with. It's actually set pretty close, and I'm gonna start fading out some of the area away from my design so that I can actually complete the rest of the haircut. And I will be going back in there and cleaning up that design some, but sometimes you just need a little bit of time to think, and knocking out a couple little blends here and there can help kind of create a little bit of dimension in the design itself. And there are some areas towards the very bottom of everybody's hair that is just, it starts to get kind of thin, it starts to get kind of fine. So try not to do too much in those areas. In general, if you can make the design, you can always add more detail as you go. So notice how I didn't actually start the whole haircut first. Like I didn't do a whole blend. I wanted to leave some hair down there on the left side so I was able to actually do my design into it. But now we got to find a way to tie it all together, and I need to do that as quick as possible. So I put my 5-0 on that detachable clipper. We're going to remove all that bulk as quickly as possible, and I'll show you guys a really quick and easy basic blend that you can do to kind of move this along a little quicker. Because again, this is a regular day, I'm cutting regular hair, and I don't always set aside time to do a design. So after I completed that step where I removed all the hair off the bottom with the 5-0, I went back a little bit with my trimmer just to get a little bit closer. And the last step, I'm gonna follow up with my Instinct shaver. All of these tools are super, super quick to get him down to skin so that I can actually begin the blend as quickly as possible. So now we're going to begin the blend. I'm going to put my clipper in the open position. This is the 360 GZ. And then I'm going to begin closing my lever. Usually I close it all the way towards the very bottom. And then I begin opening it up little by little and putting it a little bit on an angle. As you guys can see, these clippers make it super easy. I'll knock out that bottom line really quickly, especially by using that 5-0. It just kind of set me up. Now, if I got to go back a little bit with the trimmers, I got the trimmer, boom, we got that line knocked out. I'm going to grab the number 1, which of course we finished with the 1.5. I'll begin with that literally open, and then I'll close it right away, and we're going to polish off the rest of this blend right here just using the half guard, a little bit of open and close on the half guard. And you guys can see how fast I did that. I really did do that like in real time. I probably did that in less than 5 minutes. So when your tools are set up correctly, when you have the right tools, I do think this is one of the best clippers that is out there right now and makes it super easy. But again, doing the same thing on the back. Now I'm just going to run around here with my razor, and I'm going to start to kind of outline my work, make sure that my lines are looking real crisp, and I do the best job that I can. Now, little by little, we're going to put a little bit of Johnny B shave gel in there just to make it go a little bit smoother. It's very easy to cut people with this, and we don't have to use the razor on every single area. If your clipper was cutting really close, if your trimmer was cutting really close, a lot of times you're able to actually get away with not using the razor in certain areas. Sometimes it's just not worth taking that risk. Then we'll go back through, we'll use a little bit of Kiss Express. I'd like to just kind of paint this in a little bit, kind of darken up some of these areas, and make everything kind of pop out and look a little bit sharper. And then definitely in them areas like towards the bottom here where the hair gets a little bit thinner, I want to make sure that I go ahead and I use that. Now don't worry if you get a little sloppy with the paint job here, we're going to clean that up in just a second. But this really is one of the funnest things to do. I really enjoy, kind of making them lines stand out. This is probably my favorite part of the haircut, when you start to see it all come together and you're darkening up all the spots, your line work is looking good. And that's, I think, what really makes the design stand out a lot. And he was a huge fan. Now, here comes a little trick. I'm going to take a Q-tip. I'm going to spray aftershave on it, usually Johnny B. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to clean up all my lines. Anywhere that I overpainted, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to clean that up. And then I'm going to use a little bit of shave gel. I'm going to go through. I'm going to definitely make sure that my front of my hairline is looking good. And then I clean up any other little spots within what I'm doing to make it look fresh. But as you guys can see, this is the cut. This is what it looks like. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe if you're not already. Smash that thumbs up. It helps a ton, and I'll see you in my next video.